So tonight is our last night. So our topic for today is project management. If I'm not wrong, Xian Mu Huan. I'll check the pronunciation later. So our quotation for today is from Aristotle. So well begun is 합단. So 好的开始是成功的一半。
Yeah.
So you have to end the work. It's not just about a good beginning. So 就是亚里士多的quotation. Okay. So the topic is about project, therefore we must be able to finish it. Okay. Jenny 可以的。
大家也能看到，我们今天学习的课程就是在项目管理方面的生产和运营的这个课程。然后老师跟大家引用的就是亚里士多德的这个名言：“好的开始是成功的一半。”然后这也是我们就是他好像每节课之前都会给我们引用一个这样的谚语之类的，大家可以稍微看一下，应该是和今天的内容有关的。
So I would like to ask, how many of the students are working on projects? Are they all working in the office or teaching?
老师想问一下大家有没有在项目上工作的，就是有没有正在项目上工作的同学，还是说都是在办公室工作或者是在学校工作呢？有同学随便愿意答一下吗？
我们都是在公司里，在市场上。
Well, David, he works in a company. 那你有在项目上工作吗？是办公室的工作是吧？
对的，都是在 marketing。
Yeah, he works in marketing, but he works in the office. It's not like in a project.
So majority of them work at the office. Okay. So I'll just give you an introduction to project management. Not all of us are working on the projects. 比如说我从前工作是一个工程师 engineer before I began teaching. So we are project based, but I also work in the office before going to the project. So in the professional working experience, I've been through a lot. So managers typically oversee a variety of operations because our subject is operations management. Some of these involve routine. So usually when you're working in the office, it's usually routine. 星期一、星期二、星期三、星期四、星期五、星期六. It's just pretty much you're just working the same routine. You're just doing the same thing over and over again. But there are some works that involve non-routine activities. So I'll just leave the translation there. Okay, there we go. So,
对，就老师跟大家举的例子，比如说工程师的话，他们会在某一个建筑的项目上工作啊之类的，这种就是以项目为基础的，然后基本上就算是项目管理的这个范畴内。然后他给到的这个介绍，也就是说经理他通常是监督各种业务，然后有一些重复性的工作，就像我们在办公室呀，或者你去做一些就是重复性的工作，在办公室你每天都要去记录一些数据啊，或者是你每天都要分析某些东西，那它可能是一些常规性的工作。但是项目是跟这个概念不一样的，项目管理的这些项目呢，它通常是有一个周期的，也就是我在这个周期里面做什么事情，而不是说就是我周一到周五在办公室会做的这些事情。
So, for example, a project, it's their one-time unique operations. Let's say you're going to construct a house or a building. You're not always doing a project. So, you will be doing different works on many projects. So they are unique one-time operations designed to accomplish a set of objectives in a limited time frame. Let's say for our subject, production operations and management, we only have 6 sessions. So we have to complete the project, or in this case, the course within 6 days. Or when you're going to have your house constructed, it must be finished, let's say, within 6 months or up to 1 year. So that is one of the constraints of working in a project. It's not like in the office wherein it's just the same thing over and over again. Okay.
OK，就是项目是什么呢？老师跟大家举了一个例子，比如说你去盖一个房子的话，那你盖房子，你设定一个期限，比如说我要在半年或者1年之内建成完工，那它就是一个项目。因为我们的项目它通常是独特的一次性操作，也就是说它是有时间截止的期限的，在有限的时间内你要完成一个目标和一个框架，这个就是项目的一个定义。
So here are examples of projects. There are many types of projects, but I'll just explain some of them. So here, the underlined words are examples. So let's say construction, not just of a shopping complex, even a building, a warehouse, factory. Especially in China, it's one of the top manufacturing countries in the world. Or 开两家公司 or merging two companies. Let's say company A and company B will combine together. That's one of the projects because it rarely happens. Another is infrastructure, let's say roads and bridges. Let's say making a movie or a drama play. And as well as designing and running a political campaign. So here in the Philippines, there are 2 parties, but in China, there's only one. So we will not discuss this topic any further. But at least the shopping complex merging 2 companies, putting on a play, and even let's say ano ba bang pwedeng example? Yeah, I think that those are good examples.
好，就是这个页面跟大家讲了一些常见的项目的这个例子，大家就可以看到，比如说我们盖那个新的购物中心啊，或者是公司之间的合并，或者是就是上演戏剧，然后或者是有一些政治活动，比如说一些政治家他要进行选举活动。那菲律宾的话一般是有2个党派，但是我们国家是1党制。所以说，就在这方面，政治选举上面，你也可以看作成是一个项目。
But there are also projects within the business organizations. Let's say in the company itself, not just one-time projects. Let's say you are going to design a new product or service or marketing campaigns. That's another example of project or a product. Information systems, information technology is one of those examples of projects. Or re-engineering a process. So you're going to simplify or improve your current, let's say, manufacturing systems. Designing databases, software development, and designing web pages. Or even your documents from hard copy, let's say those are in paper, you will convert it to digital versions of your company files. OK，
这个页面跟大家介绍了更多的我们这个项目的这个事例，包括你在组织里面，就在公司里面，你设计新的产品或者服务，或者是比如说你要设计新的广告，还有我们这个信息系统方面，或者是流程的重新的一个设计，还有包括数据库、软件开发和网页。就是如果我们跟一些比如说外包公司啊，或者是你自己内部会开发这方面的这个有新的开发项目，那这些都是在公司内部有可能发生的项目的事例。
So this one was my work in the past before I was teaching. I used to do in construction. So in construction, it just because it looks the same doesn't mean the work or the scope of works are the same. Each job site or each work poses different challenges. Let's say one of the projects that we handled is a steel structure. The other one is more of concrete. And then there might be bridges, roads. So different methodologies are involved in accomplishing the task. That's the beauty of projects.
老师之前就其实他自己在这个建筑建设方面工作，然后他参加的项目呢，其实每一个项目都有自己的一个运作的方式，所以他这个每个项目的工作内容啊，还有他建设就是做的一些手法，肯定都是有很大的区别的，所以就可以看出来，不同的项目之间它的区别呢还是很多的。
Okay. So we'll just I'll just show this one. So features. So projects are usually very costly because you are doing something as an operating activity. So some of them have long horizon and others involve a large number of activities to be able to communicate the project. It involves a lot of planning and coordination. Because if you fail to plan and you fail to coordinate, the project will not exist. Yeah, I think that's good first, Jenny.
OK，这个页面跟大家介绍的是项目的一些特点。然后项目呢，它首先会有一个相当可观的这个支出，因为我们在很多方面呢都是需要耗费大量的金钱的。然后有一些项目呢，它的时间线拉的会比较长。然后另外一些项目呢，它可能会包括很多不同的种类的这些小的一些活动在这个项目里。然后那如果它包含了许多小的这种分支的活动呢，这些活动就需要被良好的规划，然后被良好的协调，这样的话才能确保项目的顺利运行。
Okay, I'll just show the translation a little bit. Okay. So it's not very long. So projects are expected to be completed based on time. There's always the time element. Let's say this subject, production and operations management, must be completed within 6 days. Any days exceeding 6 days will be, what can you say, will affect the entire academic career of you, the students. Also the cost. So you're going to implement the project at least the ideal costing, the budget of the company, and there should always be performance targets. That's one of the hardest things about the project. Sorry, Pepuchi. So to accomplish this, goals must be established. So this is the most important part. As you know, you're all management students, so planning is very important in executing. So in order to accomplish the project, you must know the goals, the tasks to be identified, and the time estimate. How long it will take for the project to finish. Another important thing is the resources, whether it's money, people, and materials. So once underway, progress must be monitored. You have to monitor, you just cannot leave a project behind and not monitor it. To ensure the project goals and objectives will be achieved. Okay, Jenny. Thank you.
这个页面跟大家讲的是项目的特点。首先的话，项目呢，它是需要根据我们的这个时间、还有成本、还有这个我们的目标去完成的。举一个例子的话，就像我们这个课程的话，学校跟大家设定的是6天的时间。那你如果我没有办法在6天时间上完我们这个课程的话呢，它可能会影响到未来的一些其他课程的进度。然后一般情况下，我们如果要去完成一个项目的目标呢，那首先你得在这个项目开始的时候设立这个目标，这点呢是非常重要的，因为你设定目标的同时，你会就是识别出来你要做的一些事情，然后你也会对你的这个未来要做的这些事情进行一个合理的预估。那就是当我们在进行这个目标设置和这些计划的时候，我们会运用到一些可以调配的资源呀，还有我们这个预算。那这些东西呢，都要被合理的规划到你未来即将完成的一些事情去。然后在整个过程中呢，就你在完成目标的过程中，你整个过程是需要被 一个就是有良好的监控的。如果说有了良好的监控的话呢，那你这些目标是否能按时，然后按质量的完成，就有一方面它可以去把控到，所以说就会比较确保我们这整个项目的进度还有这个完成的情况是在可控制范围内的。
Okay. So here's the translation. You can read it later, but Jenny already told you the translation. Okay. I will be giving the last two PowerPoint. I forgot to give you yesterday, Jenny. So what's the topic again last night? The forecasting and the project management. I will be sending it.
Okay.
So another feature is that it enables the organization to focus attention and concentrate efforts in accomplishing a narrow set of performance. The beauty of the project is that you are focused only on the project. You do not focus on a lot of things because let's say you're working in the office, in the organization itself, there are a lot of things to think about. But in a project, just focus on finishing the project. That's the beauty. Okay. Meron pa ba? Wala. Okay. So, okay.
对，然后这张页面呢，其实大家能看懂就比较简单。它就是说我们在完成一个项目的时候呢，以项目就是来划分你工作的这种方式，它其实可以帮助企业去集中精力，就是集中注意力。因为我们在规划项目的时候，肯定是把一些资源，还有一些可以的人力啊、物力这些东西去给它集中起来，所以我们集中在有限的时间内，用一些比较能够调配的资源，然后在一个框架之内，因为你的项目是有始有终的嘛，所以你在框架之内，你设定了一系列目标，你也有一系列的预算，你把这些东西给它整合起来，所以对于企业来说呢，以项目的方式其实是一种比较高效的达成你的绩效目标的一种方式。
I cannot read all the Chinese characters, but I can read some of them. Okay. And I think this is one of the last. This is a little bit more technical. So projects can have strategic importance for organizations. Let's say a good project management can be instrumental in successfully implementing an enterprise resource planning system or converting a traditional operation to lean operation. So this is improvement, continuous improvement as previously discussed in total quality management. So project management aims to help the company in improving its system or processes. Okay, can you tell us? Can you tell them, Jen? Thank you.
OK，这张页面跟大家讲的其实是一个项目在企业当中比较具体的一个实践的方法。那它可以为企业提供一个战略性的就是目标的这个影响。举一个例子的话，我们有一些比较好的项目，它可能需要去实施一个 ERP 系统。这个系统你可以理解成为，比如说你们公司要用一个金蝶去做会计啊之类的东西，那它就是一个 ERP 要跟你的就是公司项目去良好的给它实施起来，因为它要去嵌入到你们公司内部的一些框架啊之类的，所以说比如说你找一个公司去承接你这个 ERP 系统，那它就是一个项目。所以说在这种的情况下呢，我们运用一个项目的这种方式，它可以把传统的我们这种运作方式和你要就是用一些新的，比如说技术性的东西跟它结合起来，所以说项目的运作呢，在这一方面上是一个比较便利的一个做法。
Okay, I'll just show you the translation for a little bit, but I think it's similar to what Jenny said a while ago. Just to give you an idea. Okay, there you go. So this now is the project life cycle. The project is continuous. It's a cycle. So I'll just show you the sample. So you have here. Oh, mali yung sequence pa. So you have the initiation, the planning, execution, and monitoring. The two are combined, execution and monitoring. And last but not the least is the closing. So I guess this will be the ones that Jenny will be translating, the English words. So what are the scopes between within initiation? So here they are. You have the goals, specification, visibility, tasks, responsibilities. For planning, you're still doing some visibility. And then the schedules. How long will it take for the project to be completed? The scope, what will be done, and what is the budget? How much money is needed? Communication plan. How will the many departments interact or communicate with each other? And the risk management. What is the probability that this project will succeed, and what percentage will mean it will fail? For execution and monitoring, you have the status and tracking. How is the project? Is it doing well? Is it completed? Is it late? Is it on schedule? The quality of the project. If you have any forecasts, what are the possible scenarios to happen during the project phase? Of course, members of the project will collaborate with each other. So you will really need this communication plan because you are collaborating. And also the management to monitor how is the project doing. Also, you're checking, it's because it's more on monitoring, you're checking the cost, how much is being spent on the project and the performance, of course. And last, for the closing, this is the post-mortem. So what happened after the project is completed? The punch list, which means you are checking if all of the project scope of works were completed. Then you will be also reporting and will turn over the project. And last but not the least is the lessons learned. So if there are some failures or some problems that happen in the project, you will learn from these mistakes. So, pakita lang natin. Okay.
OK， 然后
what happened? Can you see the slide, Jenny?
Yeah.
Or was it gone?
I can see the slide, but we yeah. OK， 然后我跟大家讲一下这张幻灯片，跟大家讲，它其实是一个项目的这个生命周期的这个曲线。大家可以看到，从最开始的时候，我们就是这个项目刚刚开始的时候，就刚引入这个项目的时候，一路呢到规划，然后执行，到监控，再到关闭。那它中间的这个曲线，它的纵轴表示的意思是大家付出的努力的程度。也就是说，你可以看到在执行和监控的时候，我们付出的就为这个项目付出的努力其实是最多的。然后在规划和关闭的时候，它分别是一个上升和下降的趋势。在刚开始引发的时候，它这个努力付出的程度是稍微要小一点的。这就是一个比较完整的生命周期。然后再跟大家说一下，在这每一个阶段当中可能会发生的一些事情。那在刚开始你引发这个项目的时候呢，你要设置一些目标，然后你要去细分你这个目标，把目标解释清楚，然后去检查它的可行性，还有你就是给它分解出来的大家都要去完成的这些工作，最后相关的这个职责就是责任这个归属，都要在刚开始项目引发的时候去给它做一个合理的安排。然后在规划的阶段呢，主要是首先就是你要继续去看这个可行性是否在规划的阶段它依然是 OK 的。然后呢，就是你要去规划安排你这个日程，还有就是你的预算方面和你这个沟通的方面都要在规划的过程当中进行合理的这个方案设置。最后在规划的方面还要做好我们这边的风险管理。然后接下来在执行和监控的阶段呢，就是首先你有执行的时候，当它就是你每做一项任务，你都会有一些你所做的东西的动态这样去追踪，就动态追踪这方面是要去考虑的。还有你的质量监控，还有你就是对你这个结果的一个预测，然后包括合作管理，还有这边的就是所付出的努力和成本，我们的成本控制这边。最后就是你在执行和监控这个过程中，每一个阶段的就是业绩和绩效的这方面，你也是要实时的去对这方面有一个把控。最后在结束的这个方面呢，其实因为就是马上要结束这个项目了嘛，所以你要去检查说 我这个清单上面的这些东西有没有完成，所以你要去核查一下你之前跟你之前规划的这个事情有没有什么不一样的地方。然后如果出现了问题呢，你在最后这个阶段呢，你要去积极的去向他报告，然后最后还要统计，比如说你的一些营业额呀、你的收支这一部分的这些东西。然后最后呢，在这个项目完成的这个时候呢，你可能会汲取到一些就是整个的运营方面的一些经验，这也有助于下一个项目的良好的开展。然后这个就是这个项目的生命周期过程中可能会发生的一些事情。
So this is just a slightly simpler representation of the graph, but it's just the same: initiation, planning, execution, monitor, and closing. Okay. So here are the key decisions in project management. This must be utilized by the managers. So which project should you implement? Of course, we have a finite amount of resources. We're not, even if the company has a lot of money, then they still have to decide which project should you implement first, which one should be prioritized. The other is selecting the project manager. This one is not easy because each manager has its own sets of strengths and weaknesses. So you select the right project manager for the right project. Third is selecting the project team. Which team will handle this situation the best? It's not just assembling a team, but rather selecting the right chemistry, because some people do not like each other, some people's skills do not complement with the skills of the other employees. Next is planning and the designing of the project. This one is the longest to take. Sometimes if you're going to construct a building, 2 years, it might take you 3 years to design. There are a lot of changes, especially on big projects such as government projects like roads, bridges, buildings. It takes a little longer compared to private projects. And managing and controlling the project resources. So there are times that the resources can be overspent or mismanaged, or you forgot to include some items. That is bad for a project completion. And last, I think this is the last one. Okay. Deciding if and when a project should be terminated. Does this project deserve to continue? Or should we just end this one? Okay, so I think that's it. It's very basic. Thank you.
OK，这张页面呢，就是主要跟大家讲一下我们在项目管理中有哪些比较关键的决策。首先的话，你要决定说我哪些项目它是有就是实施的必要的，会对我们的企业带来一个真正的收益。然后接下来，当你决定了就是我们要执行哪些项目的时候呢，你要给这个项目选择合适的项目经理，还有他所属的这个项目团队。那每个人要根据这个项目的需求来分配职责。接下来呢，就是你要对这个项目规划，就你要达成什么样的成果，然后你整个的流程该是怎么样去设置的，你要在这些方面呢有一个总体的规划和设计。之后的话呢，我们每个项目都会有自己的一些可以调配的资源，那我们怎么样去控制这些资源？比如说确保不要超支，不要花到项目就是不够的这些钱之类的。那这些方面呢，你肯定是要进行合理的分配的。然后最后的话，项目当它达到一定的目标之后，你要去决定说这个项目什么时候可以被终止，那这也是一个非常重要的决定。这些的话就是项目管理当中一些比较重要的决策的方面。
Okay, so still 2 minutes.
Yeah, so yeah, we need to restart.
2 minutes. Okay, so I'll just introduce you the project manager. So the project manager bears the ultimate responsibility. He's like the president of the project. but we're just calling him project manager, for the success or failure of the project. He or she must be capable of working through others. I think this one is the hardest task or responsibility of the project manager, to work with others to accomplish the objectives. And he or she is responsible for the following. So, also the work. Huh? So, all the necessary activities are accomplished in the desired sequence and the performance goals are met. The desired sequence is important for alignment. Next is the human resources. No? So HR, so that those working on the project will have the direction and motivation. They need someone to lead, the captain of the ship. Third is the communications. I forgot the second character, sorry. So that everybody has the information needed to do the work. Let's say we're going to construct a building, I will assign one of you to do something, the other one to do the other. And in that, we are communicating on how to accomplish the project. Now, if you remove the communications from any work, even whether it's project or just the normal operations, then it will be difficult to accomplish the project. Of course, no, we already discussed quality previously. The performance objectives must be realized. Maybe you finish the project, but the quality is not that good, then it's not, of course, it's not good for the project. And time, it must be completed on schedule. And of course, cost. It must be within budget. And the scope, so that the project stays within the prescribed scope while I wait for the time expiry. Thank you. So these 7 are important traits that the manager should manage. The project.
然后你读好了，我就帮你翻页，怎么样？
喂，我声音能听到吗？
可以，可以。
哦，
行，那我
重新进一下，我现在共享一下。
哦，行，那你要共享你就来吧。OK。
现在能看到吗？
可以。
可以看到。OK Professor, can you see my screen?
Yeah. He's checking.
Okay. I will start my report. My topic is Haidilao. It's a hot pot brand. Haidilao was established in 1994 and mainly serves Sichuan flavor hot pot and integrating local characteristics. And their core value is service first, customer first. And their products, they claim to be pollution free and disposable. And here shows some extra service Haidilao provide to their customer, like noodle shows and collective birthday wishes and free manicure and recurrency circle and web shoes. It's with this high quality service far exceeding the expectation of guests, the Haidilao can stand out in the hot pot industry with serious homogenization competition. Just as Haidilao confessed in the prospectus, we believe that service is the basis for building our brand. And it is also the reason why Haidilao is unique and so successful. It's worth mentioning that while strengthening human service, Haidilao also attach a great importance to technological innovation. It strengthens intelligence service through the development and application of a series of characteristic technologies, from automatic ordering, customized test, QR code queuing, to VR and immersive dining, and even plays the black technology of meal delivery robot. This can significantly improve the dining efficiency of guests and then enhance user satisfaction and stickiness. In addition, in terms of taste, Haidilao is constantly improving and innovating on the basis of traditional Sichuan and Chongqing dishes, such as crisp, spicy, fresh, fragrant, tender, and crisp. After a series of actions, the effect is also immediate. Open public comments and the 5-star have explained everything. Even though Haidilao's service has reached the extreme, it is still not the whole reason for its success. The fundamental guarantee for the continuous output of high quality service is the organization and the management ability of the enterprise. On this point, there is a famous concept of service profit chain in Western service marketing theory. It's especially the profit of service enterprise is determined by customer loyalty, and customer loyalty comes from customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction depends on the service value provided by the enterprise, and the final determination of service value must be satisfaction and loyalty of internal employees. It can be seen that the most important link is employees. Haidilao is people-oriented and employee-oriented. Give full trust and respect to employees. Authorize employee at all levels to sign with different amount and grassroots employees to waive orders. In addition to respect and trust, Haidilao also created a unique management system to redefine the relationship between employee and store and provide a solid guarantee for the expansion of its business territory. It's detailed in the prospectus of Haidilao. We believe that successfully managing the relationship between employee and stores will promote bottom-up efficient growth, including the following main aspects. The first, changing fate with both hands. This is our core value. We have set up a fair and a clear promotion channel for store employee and implemented the piece rate system so that employees' personal salary is directly linked to labor quantity and quantity, effectively mobilizing employees' work enthusiasm. Once the employee is promoted to the store manager, they will have the opportunity to enjoy the store performance commission. And secondly, it's be kind to others. This is our corporate culture and our concept of treating employees. We call on store manager to care for employees and are committed to forming emotional ties between employees, between employee and the stores, and between employee and Haidilao to strengthen the cohesion. And the third is apprenticeship. The store manager can not only enjoy the performance commission for the store, but also obtain a higher proportion of the performance commission in store managed by his disciple and disciple's disciple. Under this salary system, the store manager's personal income is directly related to the success of its disciples and the disciples' disciple. Therefore, store managers not only have sufficient motivation to manage the stores, but also adhere to the principle to fairness and justice. Train as many apprentice store managers with qualified ability and conduct as possible, and lead and guide them to develop new stores. Therefore, apprenticeship is the core of our bottom-up development strategy, so as to achieve efficient growth. It's worth mentioning that when assessing stores, Haidilao headquarters only takes customer satisfaction and employee effort as KPI indicators, where other business or financial indicators are not within the scope of assessment. Coupled with the guarantee of its salary system and the promotion system, all employees naturally show full enthusiasm and to serve customer attentively all the time and take Haidilao as their home from the bottom of their heart to realize their life value here. Perhaps the following three groups of data can more intuitively show the advantage of the Haidilao management system. First, from 2015 to 2017, and the first half of 2018, the labor cost of Haidilao accounted for 27.3%, 26.2%, and 29.3% and 30.6% of the operating revenue, respectively. While the labor cost of Sharp, which is another hotpot brand, accounted for about 25%. By the end of 2017, Haidilao has 50,000 employees with an annual salary about 62,000 yuan per capita, compared with 39,000 yuan for Xiabu. The second data is in 2017, Haidilao's per capita operating income was 212,000 yuan, and while Xiabu was 173,000 yuan. Third, the average resignation rate of the hot poly industry is more than 30% all year around, whereas the resignation rate of Haidilao is less than only 10%. Okay, that's it. That's
Oh, that's an excellent report. No? Thank you, Mr. Chin Kayen. No? Actually, his English is much better than my Chinese. No? I have to practice.
英语说很好。
Just read further the report, but I heard his English, no? And I also read the PowerPoint. I'll just give a much better review later.
Yeah,
Okay. How many students are we right now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
we have 11.
A while ago, there were 14.
No, yeah, you need to minus 2, so that's 11. But I'm gonna tell people in the group chat.
Okay, so this is our last class picture. Can you turn on your camera?
大家现在拍照喽，把摄像头都开一下，然后我在群里把没有出现的同学也叫。
So tomorrow you will have new subject.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the others? Okay. 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 Just
3位同
more.
学。
I think they cannot open their camera right now.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, most of them are still outside. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Ayun, oh, mabul. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sheshe. Okay, thank you. I hope you
Okay,
learned a
thank
lot from me.
Thank you.
Thank you,
谢谢。
teacher.
Thank you so much. No? Tomorrow, new subject, new classes, but you will still remain classmates.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll give the grades later, but you made great submissions. You submitted great papers of your company. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
thank you. Bye.
上好 Good night.
Good
Bye.
night.
Night.